Hi, my name's Saxon and I'm in 4th grade. Today I want to tell you about my mom. She's the best because she helps take care of us by making healthy dinner and helping us with homework. She also found me a school where I can learn to treat others with kindness. I love you, Mom.
Hi, my name is Saul and I'm in 3rd grade. My mom taught me to be always the first person to help others, and I get to do that at school. She never gives up and believes in everything we do. She always says, "You've got this." I want to be a superhero just like her when I grow up. She deserves to be loved on every day. Please say hi to my mom.
Wow. I'm going to try not to cry. Thank you for being here today. There's a lot of amazing, beautiful women that I see out there, and I thank you for being here. My name is Silverina, proud mother of 4 ACE scholars. Let me repeat that, 4 ACE scholars. I need to take a moment to express my profound gratitude. Because of caring, supportive donors like you, the ACE Scholarship has been an integral part of our lives for more than 10 years. This scholarship has changed the trajectory of my family. I could not be more humbled and thankful. I continually reflect on why I was chosen to raise these children. What is it that I'm supposed to cultivate in them? I view it as a job to encourage them, to channel their gifts into a greater purpose. I've heard it said, water cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. As a parent, persistence in modeling day-to-day habits is critical. Every single moment, every single interaction is shaping their future. It's my duty as a mother to demonstrate persistence and fortitude so that when these kiddos' moment arises, they'll be able to grab hold of these opportunities, persevere through trials, and have hope against all odds. And ACE Scholarships makes this possible for us as a family. I'd like to share a little bit of what I speak into them every day. A little of what you are helping them realize about themselves. Stephen is my oldest. He's a leader. And he's out of school now. He's starting his own business, pursuing his calling to lead others in becoming their best selves. I have a daughter, Siri. She's a middle schooler. She loves bringing people together through movement. In her future, I see her creating an environment that will cultivate fearlessness in girls, much like Heidi Ganal is doing through the next generation of women. Saxon, who you just met, he's a helper and a protector. He has a true heart for others and is always looking for ways to serve. I believe he'll channel his creativity to solve complex problems. And finally, Salt, my compassionate youngest, a giver. He has a heart of gold and a genuine concern for others around him. He's bold in his convictions, loves rules, and is not afraid to tell you when you step out of line. His voice will be his tool for good, inviting those around him to do what's right. As I reflect on each of my kids, my heart is full thinking of the ways our ACE partner schools have reinforced so much of what I'm trying to pass on to them. To challenge themselves, to do what's right even when nobody's looking, believing in themselves. And if there's one thing I've come to know, it's that environment changes everything. I knew education was key, and the safe, quality, smaller classroom setting available in private schools was our best option. But with our financial situation, I never considered private school a realistic option. So I did what I needed to do. I spent years homeschooling my two oldest, toiling over them and trying to figure out the best opportunity possible. I grew up in an environment consistent of insecurity and fear. I never developed a sense of stability. Just when I felt like there was security in my home, we were impacted by negative influence, and then it felt like we had to completely start over again. I never had anybody in my life who saw or encouraged my potential. I liked school, and I tried to navigate my own path, but without anyone mentoring me, I seemed destined to repeat what had been modeled for generations before me. A cycle of distinguished dreams and futures unfulfilled. I felt there has to be more to life than simply surviving. Living paycheck to paycheck without any true joy or great promise. I remember wondering, am I satisfied with seeing potential but being stuck? Am I okay with passing this kind of life to my kids? And the answer was a resounding no. I had a vision for what our future could be. I imagined starting a business, channeling my passion for creating to empower women with meaningful labor and living wage. I could see it. The warehouse, the women working with their hands, music playing, blessing them with childcare. I was excited about this. I asked my kid's father, "Do you have any dreams?" And his response in that moment just felt like an arrow to my heart. "No, I don't," he said. And for me, from that day on, I vowed I was going to do whatever it took for my kids to grow in an environment that would instill hope, determination, and an ability to dream. It would take risks and require sacrifices for not only me, but my kids too. It's not easy being the first in a family to persevere at all costs. I had to make tough decisions. I became a single mother without a permanent home at a time. I was under constant stress, and that was compounded by comments in my own head, like, "You're not a well-fit mother." And then from others, "Wow, those are a lot of kids. You can take care of all of them." But I was determined to model the behaviors I wanted to instill in my children. So I started to create, making bags on the floor of our temporary home where we were living. And every hand-sewn stitch became an anchor of hope. Yes, bags are my tool, but it's more than just about bags. It's about a community I'm trying to create. It's about gathering a group of women I want to bring together to empower them to create a positive life for not only themselves, but for our world. I know what it takes, and I've had to overcome so much to be able to cultivate that positive environment. Troubled relationships, depression, anxiety, and lack of direction, and financial instability. For years, I've pieced together odd jobs as I developed my business in the background, working as a housekeeper and as classroom aide. I was very trying. I've even got my real estate license. It would not have passed that exam had it not been for my amazing kiddos. They were patient with me and quizzing me night after night with flashcards. Through all of my trials, one thing rang true. Kids will grow into the conversations around them, for better or for worse. It has been reassuring to know ACE is our steadfast partner, our beacon of hope, making the key ingredient of quality educational environment accessible to us. So thank you for supporting my kids and for simultaneously enabling me the confidence and stability to grow into the person that I was meant to be. I'm proud to share that as the beginning of this year, my business has officially launched. I'm blessed to pass on a gift of a positive environment, to provide opportunity, and to encourage other women to fulfill their futures that they're destined for. I plan to donate a portion of my sales to ACE scholarships. Excited about that. This organization has given my family so much hope. You have given my kids a platform to learn what it took me 45 years to understand. I can do this. If any parent or guardian has an inkling that they want something different for their kids, they shouldn't have to second guess it. We should remove any barrier because educational access has the power to change the trajectory of an entire family for generations and generations to come. Just the other night, I was thinking about just the other night, my daughter, Siri, she was dancing around and practicing her vocabulary words and her spelling. And I'm thinking, a sixth grader, dancing, practicing vocabulary words. It's exciting. I hope you can imagine that. Oh my goodness. But it all stems from the product of her environment. And my son, Saxon, had his books spread out across our living room rug. He was fully invested in what he was doing, and he was doing his homework a night early. My son, a night early, completing his homework. Again, it's because of his environment. The power of ACE, the power of parental choice, and the absolute power of right learning environment cannot be understated. Even if we're in survival mode as a family, waiting for mom to close another deal in order to pay the bills or put food on the table, my kids are learning how to serve others, to focus outward, not inward. They're learning that through their teachers and their classmates that we have the privilege of being around by being at the school that we're at right now. ACE Scholarships gives us hope against all odds. We are doing our best to make the most of this gift because we know that the compounding effect of the steady flow of water through a rock, through persistence comes the power to break through every circumstance. Thank you for giving me and my family, and so many others, the unyielding support needed to rise above every circumstance. Thank you.